Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's get into Insecure. This is Lowkey Distance. I like how they, or distant with the T. I like how they're using low key. Low key must be their keyword for the season. I like it. I like it. Y'all see, I miss my nails, but I did get a little bit of polish. I finally soaked off all the acetone. I did a good buff, a good little file. I'm working with it. I'm working with it. Okay, so let's jump right into this episode. Y'all go ahead and hit subscribe. I say it at the end, but I want to say it at the beginning. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Become a part of the Kiss My Cheeks family. Because that way you can see it when the reviews come up. You'll see it. And you don't have to go look for it. You'll already be subscribed. Okay, getting into the episode. Molly says something about he raising that baby and it's not even his. And I'm like, who baby? Are we talking about Tiffany's baby? Because I remember at the end of last season, they kind of hinted that Tiffany had an affair. And we never went nowhere with that. Maybe we will. Is that coming up? That's going to be juicy. Okay. But that was the first thing. I'm like, who baby? Okay. Somewhere along the lines, Andrew got a phone call. He lost the deal. Molly was like, come over here and get this cake. And she finally gave him some. All right, Molly. Good sex scene. Moving on. Issa and Molly. No, I wrote down Molly, but that's Condola. Issa and Condola are looking at the block for the block party. They're having conversations. Somewhere Issa brought up, Issa brought up, what are you doing this weekend? She said, I'm going out of town. He's like, fun or for work? And she was like, for fun. And she was told her word. She's like, oh, that's very romantic. And she was like, oh, okay. Okay. To break the ice, Issa brought up something about dipping french fries in mayo, that Lawrence did that so they could laugh together about Lawrence. I understand why she did it, but one, mayo on french fries is nasty. That's just number one. Two, this relationship cannot be anything but a business relationship. If you ain't talking about work, you need to cut it off. It's not going to work. Clearly, it's too fresh. You and Lawrence's breakup. Cut the trying to be new BFFs with this girl. Not even BFFs, but you can't be cool with her. She dating Lawrence. I see where Molly was going last week. Like, it's gonna be a mess, Issa. It's gonna be a mess. Just let's get into it, because I got some more to say about that. It's Halloween. Fast forward through that scene. The only question I have about that scene is, what was Issa's costume? Like, I understood what everybody else, clearly who they were, but was that The Incredibles, but with the J? And then why does she have a J? Or is that something else and I just don't understand the reference? Get in the comments, let me know. Now we over here at this date. And Molly has a date with Andrew because she done told her friends, I'm going to cut the pussy off. That's what she said. Until he opens up to me, because all he does is listen to me talk and then screws me. And I'm like, girl, plenty of women want a man that will let them talk and actually listens to them. Like, what is your problem? I feel like Molly can find a problem in any man. She's never going to be happy. Like, God could put the perfect man in front of her and say, Molly, this is your perfect man, and she's still going to find something wrong with him. Like, what's wrong, Molly? It's like you find fault in everything. Negative Nancy. Or as Nene would say, negative Betty. Negative Betty. Okay. We get to see some more big guy sex. Okay, great. That condom splash. That was too much, Issa. The whole lost condom. I got the gist. I did not have to see that condom splash down on that mirror like that. That was disgusting. Okay. Question. How do you all feel about Lawrence being in his feelings, knowing that Issa and Condola laughed about him eating mayo on the fries? It's nasty, but I understand. Let's talk about this. I understand Lauren's point of view. I really like this girl. I don't I don't think Issa would badmouth him, but he's like, I want us to organically have a connection, not her hear little tidbits from Issa. I understand it, but that's also why Issa and Condola cannot be friends. Like, yeah, we can work on this project, but after this block party, y'all have to split ways. One, it's just not gonna work. If you go to Condola and be like, look, me and Issa were together 5 years. She really have an affair, but she cheated on me. It really hurt me. I don't want y'all being friends. It's gonna make Condola feel like you still pressed and maybe still have some unfinished emotions or maybe some hidden emotions there. It's gonna make Condola feel some kind of way if you come up to Condola spilling all, because you're supposed to be over it, remember? Now, Issa, what y'all think about the pull up to Issa's house? Now, one, how Lawrence get Issa's new address? Because Issa is, I mean, I guess Tiffany could have told her husband and gave it to Lawrence, but then that's messy. That's messy. I don't really see that. And Issa don't mess with that other guy friend of Lawrence's. So how did Lawrence get Issa's address? Two, why do they have each other's numbers so free? Like all my exes, I don't think I have their numbers in my phone. Like you either blocked or delete it, and probably delete it. Because if your number show up, it's going to come up like a bill collector. Like, I ain't understand that. I don't know who that is. Because we just don't memorize people's phone numbers anymore. So I don't understand why they still even have access to communicating with each other so much if you are over. Because he just pulled up and like, Issa, I'm outside. She was like, okay, I'll be out there in a minute. No, ma'am. That to me is showing it's some stuff not let go. Because y'all still can too freely communicate. And you came up there. I understand him telling Issa, you know, I want her to get to know me for me. I don't want y'all talking about me. All that. Okay. But then all the joking like, well, should I tell her your first name ain't really Lawrence? And he was like, no. She don't need to know about the Martin. His name Martin Lawrence. And she was like, what's up? That was funny. But just them laughing and looking at each other. Like, I noticed that moment of eye connection after that laughter. And I'm like, the feeling's still there. And see, I want Lawrence and Issa to get back together anyway. That'd be my perfect ending. I like me some Lawrence. But moving on, let's move on. Y'all get in the comments telling me what y'all think about the whole pull up on Issa, I don't want y'all talking about me thing. I think that secretly means it's still some sparks. It's still some sparks there. Okay. Jumping ahead a little bit. Why does the pull up have to be a secret? I understand why. Because he doesn't want Condola to know he's still in communication with Issa. It's going to come back. I already know it's going to come out and it's going to come back. I have a feeling, because we only get about 8 or 9 episodes of this. I have a feeling Issa and Lawrence are going to be back together. Somehow, this 3-way connection is not going to work. I can see where Molly is coming from, and I just wish Molly, who is an attorney, I don't know why she doesn't have the communication skills to be able to tell Issa without being so harsh. Maybe that's why she an attorney. She don't know how to say nothing but like straightforward, no BS. She needs to tell Issa this is not going to work. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I can explain a little bit more in the next scene. Okay, Condola and Issa are having dinner. They're wrapping it up. She's meeting Molly. They just finished a business meeting. And Issa invites Condola to stay and eat because she's like, I'm hungry. She's like, well, we can ready to eat. Just stay here with us. And Molly is like, no new friends. No new friends. Like, I don't want her here. I wish Molly could explain to Issa why having a friendship with Condola will not work. Instead of seeming like she's jealous of the budding friendship, she needs to be explaining to her friend, like, you are not doing anything but setting yourself up to be hurt. Because if Condola and Lawrence get very serious and say eventually move in together, get engaged, I don't care. I don't care how mature you think you are, that's going to hurt you. You can go ahead and get engaged, move on, get married, have family, do whatever you want to do with your life. I don't want to be a visual witness to it. I definitely don't want to be your new girl's BFF. What you gonna do? Be friends with Condola and then get invited to the wedding? I need someone to explain to Issa. Just work with Condola. All these friendships, all these extras is too much. It's too much. I wish, but see, Molly is starting to come off as being jealous. Now, Molly is at work. She apologizes to that one guy. What's his name? Terrence. I didn't write down his name. But the way he walked out of that room after Molly apologized, I felt sexual tension. I felt sexual attraction. I could see Molly messing up with Andrew for this Terrence guy at work. Okay. Now, is this almost over? Okay, it's almost over. They doing self-care Sunday. I like self-care Sunday. I did the same yesterday. I did my little facials. I washed my makeup brushes. And I binge watched some TV. Okay. Andrew calls. Like, Molly is bitching and complaining about Andrew. But he calls and apologizes and say, look, I was tripping. You right. I don't really let people in. And I didn't really realize that's what I was doing until you pointed it out to me. I apologize for walking out. All that good apology. Great, Andrew. But now it's Issa's turn to bitch and complain. But Molly didn't let Issa know, like, look, Andrew just apologized. I feel like that's going to come back around. But moving on. Now Issa goes on to complain about TSA Bay. She ain't messing with him no more. I wouldn't either. She says her plan B is turning into a plan A. Now I took that as a joke for the plan B pill. Like, look, I'm popping too many of these plan Bs because these condoms, that was very disgusting. But TSA Bay got 2 kids and 1 on the way. That sound like nothing but mess. Yeah, Issa love the mess. She loves the mess. Now, the end of this episode, as Issa is chatting away about TSA Bay's kids and whatnot, Molly has that look off. And I want to know, what do y'all think that look off means? I could be reading too much into it. But to me, that look off, to me, was signaling that Molly now feels that she's up here to Issa again. Like, Issa down here with that bullshit. Andrew apologized. Everything is back in order. And Molly now has that, okay, now I got to deal with Issa bullshit. Like, my man apologized. Now we back. We back to where we started. Issa on the bullshit. That's how I read the end of this. I can't wait to really see, because Molly and Issa have been through things before where, to me, I could be like, okay, I can see them not being friends again. But to me, when you have a best friend, you're allowed to disagree with your best friend. Sometimes even argue with your best friend. But if it's your best friend, you know how to not cut below the belt. You know what not to say. Just kind of like with me and my husband. You know what not to say because you don't want to set off a nuclear alarm, a nuclear bomb. So I want to know what really happened, because it has to be deep for someone to say, I ain't fucking with them no more. They better not wait to the end of it to say why. And you better not come with no good cliffhanger or why you ain't messing with Molly no more. And then season 4 is the end. You tired of immature. What's the name of this show? Insecure, and you ain't coming back. Don't play with me, Issa. This is my show. It don't take you that long to put these little 8 episodes together. It's only 30 minutes. Anyway, that's all I got to give y'all. I already told y'all to subscribe at the beginning, so y'all should have been hit that button. But go ahead and subscribe if you didn't. And like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will see y'all next week for episode 3. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Bye.